I graduated with my bachelor's in mechanical engineering, and I came away with a lot of good and bad memories and very strong feelings about whether college was worth it for me. I also think that the lessons that I learned can be applied to others and loved ones of others who are questioning whether college is the right decision for them. This video will be a bit longer than usual, so timestamps down below. Hey, if you don't know, my name is Evan. This is My Money Marathon. I create content centered around personal finance and beginner investing, trying to help beginners start on the path toward building the wealth that they deserve. And in this video, we're going to be discussing my college experience and whether it was worth it for me as a mechanical engineer. Now, first, I want to cover why I'm even making this video in the first place. And of course, first off, it's to present my experiences to you and help inform you for your own decisions or your loved one's own decisions. But also, it's to explore my own feelings about whether college is worth it for me. Often, we don't fully understand our feelings about a subject until we dissect it down further, and that's a huge purpose of this video. So let's go back to the beginning, before college. For many people, including myself, growing up, college is just an assumption for anybody that wants a traditional, stable, lifelong career to success. Without college, in general, society looks down on you as uneducated and that you have no proof behind you of your work ethic or intelligence. My family also subscribed to this idea when I was a child, and this made college the end goal. And then because I was good at and enjoyed math, it made engineering the default end goal as a major in college. I never really questioned this as a child, other than, of course, my brief stint of wanting to be in the NBA. In high school, I worked really hard on my classes, I earned very good grades, I participated in quite a few extracurriculars, and this landed me a good number of options for college, including scholarships. When I made it into college, these scholarships allowed me to not really worry about money or taking on debt. I did eventually, a couple years in, take on a role at the student union just to get a little bit of side money, but that was never intended as money to get me by, simply just spending money. In college, I would work extremely hard on my courses, often spending entire days prepping for a single test for a single class. I didn't really enjoy any of my classes. I felt like they were mostly rote memorization solely for the sake of passing a test and not actually any value, but I assumed that this would get better once I graduated and found a job in the field. I did quite well in my classes, earning myself quite a high GPA, though not quite as high as my now fiance's, but I found it difficult to balance this intense schoolwork with outside activities outside of school. Whenever possible, I would play basketball for multiple hours a day. I'd go to the gym or I'd play video games with friends. I met a lot of fantastic people along the way, people that I'm still friends with to this day and likely will be for the foreseeable future. And without them, going through college would have been so much more difficult and not enjoyable. Especially me, as somebody who thrives on human interaction, having those people to interact with on a daily basis made college much more bearable. If I could summarize my college experience, I would say it was full of dark times, doing classes I didn't enjoy and didn't find fulfilling, highlighted by spending time with friends and performing non-school related activities, made tolerable by the promise of a career after the fact that would be more fulfilling than the courses. Once I graduated, I pretty quickly got a solid paying engineering job, and I was not only excited about the pay, but I was really excited to start applying all of those courses that I hadn't really enjoyed, but had put so much effort into. I quickly realized that even if you get a meaningful role at your job, many of your tasks are going to be centered around learning and applying proprietary systems for that company, as opposed to applying general topics that you had learned back in college. I will say that many of the fundamentals, the basics that I learned in college, such as becoming comfortable with mathematical equations, material properties, physics, engineering reporting, those were all useful for my position. Then most of the other classes, especially the higher level classes that would focus on niche concepts, are things that 90% of the engineering students are not going to go out and apply in the field. Now, another key consideration here is that I want to leave engineering. Now, I have a whole video about this linked up there as well as in the show notes below, but to summarize, I don't feel fulfilled with my work and I feel very frustrated with working set hours on set tasks for a boss with limited pay increases. Instead, I want to shift to a path like content creation, where I can focus on bettering individuals' lives as well as exercising much more creativity and flexibility in my work. This is important to acknowledge because it will give me inherent biases against college due to wanting to leave my career that college gave me. However, I'm trying to be as fair as possible with my points to and against college. Now for the real meat of this video. Was college worth it for me? In short, I would say yes. I was able to get through college debt-free, land a well-paying job, build lifelong friendships with people that I truly, genuinely love, as well as avoid the fear of graduating without secure finances and without knowing what I'm going to do. However, if there is one thing that I could go back and change, it would be my major. This is for a couple of reasons. First off, I don't think that I ever really loved engineering. I think it was just something I was funneled into because of my enjoyment of math as opposed to my true enjoyment of mechanical systems. Second, now that I'm out in the real world, I see that the people who own things, i.e. business owners, are the ones that have a true impact on this world and impact on individuals and see by far the greatest success, not the employees of the businesses that they create. So I would have much rather learned the ropes of business in business school and graduated and known how to start a successful business instead of trying to learn the ropes of business on the side while working for somebody else in the meantime. If I could go back in time, I still would have gone to college for the solid pay you can get, the security you can get, the lifelong friendships that you can build, the certainty it gives you, at least in the beginning of your career. But I would have changed my major to something that I now know better aligns with my long-term goals and beliefs. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed, I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe below. I'm also very active over on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, links below in the description as well. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.